guys, welcome back to the My Player save here on the ChesnoidPlays channel. Thank you for your support on this save so far. Things are really starting to turn in our favour here at Lyon. We had an indifferent start, but of late, the ball has been flying into the back of the net from any sort of range as well. From me or my teammates, we're having a fantastic run of form. We find ourselves chasing down the top few, albeit still a little ways away from Paris Saint-Germain. And we will have Stade Rennais, we will have Steaua Bucharest and Strasbourg today as we are back up to 3 games per episode. Provided, of course, the voice holds out, which I'm hoping it should do. We'll find out in due course. But we arrive on the day against Stade Rennais, and I will quickly train to ensure that my managerial rating is boosted at least somewhat, because we were at the absolute maximum of it after a phenomenal performance in the last episode. Absolutely banging football from us individually and from teammates, as we scored 5 against Bohemian and then another 3 against Marseille. So if we can keep up here against Rennes, then we are in a great spot. At home, then away in Romania, then away elsewhere in, I think, eastern France? Strasbourg? I'm not sure my French geography, to be completely honest. But, well, Lyon is kind of eastern-ish France, isn't it, as well? I think. Again, my French geography isn't great. Right, at the Groupama Stadium. Actually, how good a season are they having? They're right behind us on 12 points. We've dropped to 9th. We were 6th. We can go back to 7th. And, well, we are only 3 points off 4th. Strasbourg are actually up in 3rd. That's going to be a more difficult game than I anticipated it might well have been. So, Rennes at home first, and then from there, 1 game at a time. De Silva's actually getting a start in the midfield, which is an odd one, but fair enough. Hopefully, he can do quite well. Hopefully, we can do quite well. Drop the video a like if you're enjoying this save. Make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any further content here on the ChesnoidPlays channel. I am currently the Liga top goal scorer with 11 in 9 games. A couple of hat-tricks in there as well. It's been remarkable, actually, of late. Let's see what our objectives look like as we select what we want to achieve from this fixture. I'll go for a goal, shall I? Go on then. Let's get the goal. Let's get the win. Let's get 3 points. Let's have a fruit pastel. Gonzalo Plata. Out wide here to Junior, or Mauro Junior. Into Gonzalo Plata again, and that is 1-0 Rennes. In the 7th minute this time, we had 2 opening goals in both of yesterday's games in the 6th minute. 7th hit boos around the ground from the Lyon fans. A bit uncalled for, I think. It's a good goal. Why are they booing? Cheeky bastards. They're a bit expectant here in France, aren't they? Bloody hell. Alberto out to Gallardo. We'll try and fight back immediately, but we won't. Sumare out wide to Velasco. Options in the middle are 2-fold, now 3-fold. And Romero, I think it was actually the defender that got in the way of that. Looked like that beat the goalkeeper, and it was only the excellent positioning from the centre-back that stopped them from taking a 2-0 lead. That time it was definitely the goalkeeper, though, that stopped it. Rennes look like they mean business here today. Back to the My Player save and back to the battles in Ligue 1. Marseille were surprisingly easy to play against. Rennes are not. Because we'll work this about, and then Gavi will get down the line, won't he? Go on, son. We'll lift it over the top and look for him. It's a nice ball, if I say so myself. That's a nice ball too. As is that, Jeffrey and Adelaide in the box. Brilliant block by the defender. Best chance we've had so far, albeit it wasn't that clear-cut. It was well worked, however. Certainly the best move we've put together, and the best chance we've had to score, even if it wasn't that great a chance to score. Solid defending from Rennes so far in this first half, although they've given the ball away there, and maybe something could happen here. Here's Sanchez. He's waiting for the runners on the outside. He's gone to the left instead. Gavi in there to Tolisso. And Politano's drifted central now. Jeffrey Adelaide just lost his balance and loses the ball. That was looking like it was going to build to be another good move. Looks like we should be. Probably will be. Might not be. 1-0 down at half-time. Here come Rennes to make it potentially 2 at the break. Plata, Herrera. Santa Maria, Romero, Plata again. Good block by Gallardo. It will be 1-0 to our opponents at half-time. Put the pressure on. Oh! Blocked and one back. Surely. No! I thought, don't be greedy, Ches. Play the pass. Should have gone for goal myself. Should have been greedy. Oh, can't believe it. Great skill, it said there. All it did was take a first touch. I thought that was the moment we equalised. Won it back by pressing high. And all I needed to do was find Tolisso next to me, and that's 1-1. I could have shot, but the angle was ever narrowing. I'll go down the line. He'll call for the ball from Sanchez Nils. That's a lovely ball right into my stride. Don't even have to break my run at all. And we've powered past one. I just need to find a teammate in the middle that's arriving. Oh, but he can't quite get there in time. A second opportunity to find a teammate and get an assist in the game that we haven't been able to take. Can I make a decent run around the corner? Is that a free kick? The referee says no. We still won it back though. Gallardo. Tolisso to me. I was just going to play that out wide, but it's been taken away from me. Snuck off my tippy toes at risk of being subbed out now, apparently. But the manager seemingly certain that I'm not going to be the man to turn it around for us. Jeff Rayner Adelaide nicely there into Gavi. I've drifted wide. He'll find me. Sub me out, will ya? Yeah, you probably should. Back there to Sumare. He's onside here. Santa Maria. The angle is tight. The keeper just gets there ahead of the attacking player to ensure that they don't add a second and kill the game off. If they do find that second, then that's game over. I certainly could have had a goal or an assist in this game so far. Am I going to come off now? Or is the manager going to stick with me? 15 for 11. I'm number 10. So I am staying on for the time being. Cherky comes on off the bench. As well as Anderbaran Achea as well. So 2 attacking changes. We might have changed formation with that as well. With Cherky. It might be a 4-2-3-1 now. Indeed it is. No, it's a 4-3-3 in fact. It's a 4-3-3 attack. It's a much more offensive formation. Gavi has dropped into midfield. Alright. We can find an equaliser with this. Come on, Ches. Pull your finger out. Put the ball in the back of the net. You've had good opportunities too in this game so far, and you haven't done it. 10 minutes to find that goal. This fixture so far, they've barely used the left-hand side of their attack at all. I wouldn't even be able to tell you who was playing on the left-hand side. Santa Maria to Romero. Good block by the keeper. Is this the counter-attacking chance we need? It's not going to fall for us. Shevchuk picks it up. Into the box. Romero. Castellanos. Saved by the keeper. Keep it in play. Just 1 minute added on. You need to come forward, lads. We've got to come forward. We have to come forward. I'm screaming for it. I'll ask for the through ball. There's not time to find me. I did have the chance. I did have the chance on a couple of occasions to find the equalising goal. I can't look any further than myself. There's no point pointing fingers elsewhere. Can only point to my own head and be like, you should have done better, pal. First time in a little while we've had a performance like that. Slightly frustrating, but still, you're allowed a hiccup every now and again. Let's go and stop the hiccups and go and batter Bucharest. Objectives for the Europa League. 70% conversion rate? Get out of here. I'll go for the passes. 70%! No, not even Erling Haaland has a 70% conversion rate. No one in the history of football that's played more than 3 consecutive games has a conversion rate of 70%. That is a farce. That's also a very good ball. But we will defend it. We're top of the group in the Europa League, and we'd very much like to stay there. 2 solid performances so far in the group stage as well. A 3-0 over Sporting and a 5-1 over Bohemian. Tolisso out wide here. Jeff Rayner Adelaide. Gavi's arriving. He looked to find him but couldn't. So we're dominating the group so far. And if we can get a particularly impressive win in this 3rd game as well, I'd go as far as to say that's top spot guaranteed, even at this early stage, regardless of what else happens in the remaining 3 games. There's plenty of time for things to fall in our way in today's episode, even if in the first game it didn't quite fall instinctively for us. I'm sure we'll be fine. I'm the top goal scorer in this competition. I think I'm the top goal scorer in Ligue 1 as well, actually, although you do always have to check and see what Kylian Mbappe's up to. But certainly in the Europa League, I think I'm top goal scorer. I have to be, surely. The hat-trick in both games. 3 goals and 2 assists against Bohemian. 3 goals in the 3-0 win against Sporting. And hopefully a couple more here against Steaua Bucharest as well. Reina Adelaide. Oh, it's nearly perfection. What wasn't perfect was the tackle from behind from the defender. I need to see it again to see if he's at risk of a red here. No, it's just a yellow card. Adrian shoot. Reina Adelaide needs a little bit of helping away. He's obviously quite put off by, by the challenge. Captain, oh, I tell you what. He might be lucky to have only gotten away with a yellow card there. It's a long way out. But I'll give this a bit of a knuckle. Because why not? And we'll probably soon find out exactly why not. That's why not. Not Pastor. Tolisso. Gone through that gap. Go on, Gavi. Oh, he's gone for the first time pass. I trust Gavi in possession to make the right decision. And 98% of the time he does. But occasionally there is a mistake in there. And it tends to be, thankfully, in the offensive third, not in the defensive third. But when he does make a mistake and play the wrong pass, because he's always in the right position, it tends to cost us... Oh, hello, that was a bit fancy. Tends to cost us a chance on goal. Reina Adelaide tackled by Munoz, and they'll clear it away here. It's certainly been the majority of play in their half. But whilst we haven't scored, we have to make sure that we stay on the offensive and get this goal to go in front. Gallardo played it behind me. It's poor from him as well now. Not clicking in the final third. Get there. Well in. Play me through. Ah, it's not through, is it? That was just at me. Sporting have equalised against Bohemian. Politano and Reina Adelaide. Why is he not shot? Jeff! Shoot, pal! He's got to shoot. He's trying to lay it off to a teammate. That's what I mean when I say earlier, it's just not been instinctive for us so far in today's episode. Gavi, it's not even going to get to that. It's just looking for the extra pass. I looked for the extra pass in the last game as well. So it's not just my teammates. I'm doing it too. And because of that, we're not getting the goals that we should be. We should be 1-0 up here. Or at least have had a really, really, really good chance at being so. Roberto. What are you doing, pal? He's just kicked it straight at him. Radoslavescu. It's going to fall for them. Jesus. Someone had to get rid of it. Really is. Foot through it anywhere will do. Here's Popescu. Maldonado tackled by Roberto. Still could fall for Steaua Bucharest. They're getting a little bit lucky here. Never mind. Counter. Gavi. Reina Adelaide. Gavi will come to me. I'll go back to you, sir. Gavi. Nice. See, just the way Gavi passes you the ball when it works, it just works. Gavi to Reina Adelaide. Got caught on it there. Oh, I nearly intercepted that. Everything but the goal so far today, isn't it? Maldonado driving around the outside. This is dangerous. Good save and away, please. Why would you clear it that way? Deary me. Hack it back across the face of goal. Popescu blocked off Lamami. Corner. Corner. Steaua Bucharest. Delivery from the far side. It's not bad. Roberto deals with it well. An hour played here. Still no goal for Leon in either of today's games. Thankfully. Says, holding his breath. Still no goal for our opposition here on this occasion at least. In the Europa League, Politano will call for the ball over the top. It's not necessarily over the top, is it, pal? I've got enough on the header, though, to get it away. Please be onside. He's offside. Short to Tolisso. We've gone ultra attacking. Presume that means we switch to that 4-3-3 or 4-2-3 on Tolisso. Checky! It kicked it straight at the keeper. Why he's taking it on his left, I couldn't tell you. Gavi. Come on. He's taking that on his left as well. Use your right foot. Your right foot, mate. Don't understand what my guy's doing. Lamami, Cherky. Lamami, Cherky to me. Left foot's not bad when you get a bit of space, though. Oh, et voilà. Le but pour le Lion. At last. We're pressed and pressed and pressed. The chances haven't really come despite all of our pressure. But now, it's just as... Actually, it was the switch to the left foot that made that there. Just moving it across from one to the other opened up the space. Still annoying when he takes it on his left when he could have easily scored on his right earlier on in that same passage of play. But my 7th goal in my 3rd Europa League game this season sees us take the lead away from home in Romania. And we'll stay top with a 100% record in the Europa League provided we can hold on to this. Alexandropoulos, as we try... and so far succeed in holding on to our lead. I just called for that, so we saw they actually bloody cleared it. Ref's going to give us a free kick there, surely, because he flattened me from behind. Whether it hit an arm or not, I'm not sure, but certainly it was just a foul in general. Win this header, Ches. I have done. It will fall for a teammate. Gavi's actually looked for me again. I'll lift this, and Gallardo's in. We could add a second. Jackie! No, it's Barrenechea. Brilliant stop by the keeper. Still, it could fall. Ben Davies is up forward for us for some reason. We'll take the 1-0 win. Thankfully, we didn't need Barrenechea to turn that home. If we had done, I'd have been quite pissed. We get the win. Muggins here gets the goal again. And Lyon take the 3 points again in the league. The Europa League, that is. Now then, back to the league. And let's get 3 points this time. Away from home against Strasbourg. I didn't get any of my objectives, but guess who's going to train and get himself right back into the starter? In fact, am I going to be able to get myself back in the starting lineup? Not sure. I'll try, but I don't know, as that is a little bit too low a managerial rating for me to actually get back in the 11. It might be a substitute appearance against Strasbourg. It will not. From the off, just. Again, we'll go for the passes. And hopefully the possession rate might fall into success for us. Fingers crossed we'll get the match rating, provided we can get the win and we can be heavily involved in it. We have been able to pick up the occasional strong individual performance this season. And I need another one here. If we're to get ourselves 3 points in the league now, on the back of that defeat to Rennes, we could really do with it. I was trying to just spin there to find the man on the edge of the box. Has now fallen to me, and Tolisso will find Politano, who draws a good save out of Mats Sells. Presumably it's Mats Sells, the goalkeeper that used to be at Newcastle. Belgian, is he? It is Mats Sells. And the Jimenez up top, it is Raul Jimenez, it seems. Joel Perrault up top as well for them. Got some decent players here, Strasbourg. No surprise that they are having a decent season with a squad that strong. Corner's coming from the far side. And I'll try and nod us 1-0 in front, which I can't do. But we might still take the lead. Politano, this is working around nicely. Find a teammate. Tolisso. He tried to squeeze it. Still could squeeze it. And El Arouche not acting on instinct. He's got the nod for the first time in a long time, El Arouche. But unfortunately for him so far, it's just a little bit of match day rustiness, I think. That's nicely played. Go on then, go down the line. Make me a run, please, Politano. I'm with you, Matteo. And he's found me. I'm going to get in the box. And I've got the legs. I've got the legs. Have I got the finish? Yes, we do. I'm not rapid. But crucially, we are just fast enough. I have elected purposefully not to put a lot of stat attributes into my pace. Because if you make yourself too quick, it's just too easy. I've still got acceleration of 68 and sprint speed of 71, I think. Something like that. I'll check after this game. But certainly, we're fast enough for this league. And we were fast enough for the Danish league. And maybe that was where we were lacking in the Premier League last season. Maybe when we finally reach the upper levels of world football, and we are wanting to play for a Chelsea, a Man United, a Real Madrid, a Barcelona, that's when we'll need the pace to take us on to the next level. But at the moment, at this level, with Lyon, which is still a decent level, where we are right now physically is good enough. But I do feel like the Premier League is so strong And we will have to be so much better than we have been at any other club, at any other time, in any other competition. Just going to have to be better for the Premier League. But right now, this Lyon side is certainly playing well. Little bit of a wobble against Rennes, but we found our stride again. Come on then. Let's build again. Gavi. I keep finding myself drifting offside, and I'm getting annoyed at myself for doing so. I end up been ball watching a little bit in this one. That was ingenious from Gavi, and if it comes off, it's worldy, but no. Nice tackle on Raul Jimenez, but still it falls free. Joel Pirot is dangerous. And intelligent, too, it seems. Absolutely could have taken that solo. Heard the shout from his teammate. Saw him free. Why no? I mean, this player's looking at him. He's just left all on his own. He won't score an easier goal in his career for the rest of it. Shota. But thankfully, we had scored 2. So we are still in front as we approach half-time. Elarouche. Little knock. And into me. Politano again. He play me over the top. Oh, he tried to play me through the gap. Worth a go, certainly. Here's Pirot. Created once, and will look to do so again. Brian with options. There's a goal elsewhere. It's cleared away nicely. It's Waldschmidt scoring elsewhere in the league. Against the Ajaccio. Bellegarde. Saved by Lopez. I don't know whether I'm confident in Anthony Lopez or not. He does make some good saves, and he's not made any glaringly obvious mistakes, but some of the goals he's conceded are just because he's not that highly rated a goalkeeper. If we still had Koen Casteels, I feel that maybe we might be able to be a little bit higher in the league than we are. Politano has the run of Lomami, but is he going to keep that in? He will. And he tries, and continues to try, and will force the throw, at least. Now he's going off, Lomami. And a substitution, Politano. With a throwback here to Thilo Kehrer, who it is that's come on for him. That's into me. I'll look to bend that. I probably should have looked for the pass. Not to worry. We've still got our 2-1 lead. Moffi breaks past the challenge. Marseille score a second. And thankfully, Strasbourg do not. Elarouche going off now. So we make a change in the midfield. Ross Barkley's just come on for Strasbourg. And Pedratz has come on in midfield, the left back. So I don't know whether he could play left back and CDM. I'm not sure. We might have had a change in formation here. Win this header, please. I was kind of hoping you'd nod it my way. Never mind. I've got it my way now. It runs for me. Gavi is going. I haven't got the ball anymore. It's just about to play him in. My man came out of nowhere and just knocked me off it. Not shown enough strength there. Fila in the box. My mistake. Oh, very nearly leads to a goal, an equalising goal for Strasbourg. Politano now going off for Turkey. So I imagine then that there's been a change around in the way things are. No, Pedrazza is genuinely playing at centre mid. Alfonso Pedrazza. He normally plays at left back for us. I'm going to have a quick look and see if he does have centre mid in one of his positions. Left back Pedrazza, left back and left mid, and they're playing him at centre mid. So, to be fair, looking at his default stats, he's certainly got decent enough statistics to suit that position. But it's going to be better in his most natural position. Never mind. He's of good enough quality for this particular fixture, but I certainly wouldn't want him playing there in, say, a Europa League quarter-final, put it that way. Well up. Not quite well up enough, however. 13 minutes for Strasbourg to find an equaliser. And for us to hold on for the win. It's a lovely ball. Rafa Suarez is onside. And plays that back. It's been all Strasbourg recently. And it's not worked for them yet. Still no goal. Anthony Lopez will not yield. I'm just going to go out the pitch. I'm not going to get involved defensively. Get me up here. Oh, get there, get there, get there. See, that's what you want your defenders to do. Just get rid of it sometimes. That was Gavi showing the defensive intelligence to actually just lob it as far away from danger as possible. Here's Ross Barkley in the box. Tilo Kehrer gets there. Oh, risk of a penalty. Keeper threw himself in. Did get hands to the ball and makes a second follow-up save. How Strasbourg haven't scored a second. They will scratch their heads at the end of the game if they aren't able to find themselves the equaliser that they're so desperate for. Gavi will squeeze that to me, and I'll knock this back to my left back, and I'll go again. I'll call for it over the top. It's not quite as over the top as I wanted it, and I tried to nod it to Gavi and couldn't find him. He went towards the man in the middle, trying to win this back, or at least slow them up. They're in now, Strasbourg. Barkley. Moffey. Offside. Oh, the saviour in the end is the linesman's flag. It's been all Strasbourg for the past half an hour in game, but we've shown some defensive solidity, and we will hold on for the win. Oh, not only that, we could have been in for a third there, but we won't get it. We don't need to get it. Just a sigh of relief there in the end. We see it through. Very, very strong opening half an hour. Strasbourg fought their way back into it in the latter stages of the first half, found one goal back, and the second half was just all them. I get man of the match, though. But the second half was just all them. We withstood. We withstood the challenge. And unfortunately, my managerial rating will drop into the subcategory again. And I can't train until... In fact, I can't train until after the game against Lens, can I? So I will be on the bench for the first game in the next episode tomorrow. I can invest now in renewable energy for £4.3 million when I've got £4.6 million in the bank. Seems like a little bit of a poor investment to spend almost all of your money on the same thing. Although, nothing else is really of the same level, is it? Put some money in the music industry, maybe, but... You know what? Bollocks. Go hard or go home. Let's go hard. We might not have a home if we lose all of that money. Regardless, join me tomorrow then for the next episode as we will take on RC Lens and Steaua Bucharest again, and Nantes away from home as we look to continue our assault on the Europa League and our attempts to try and get a little bit higher in Ligue 1. It's very, very tight still. 5 points the gap to second, and PSG continually 10 points clear. Lose some games, would you, lads? That'd be lovely. Thank you. Join me tomorrow, lads. I will see you then.